Rustamov trying to remain as mobile as he possibly can to stay out of the way of what's coming his way.
Yeah, if Rudenko doubles the jab like that, Rustamov doesn't seem to be able to do too much about it. When he throws singles and stays in range, then he can get countered because his right hand's quite low like that. He just stands, drops it down.
Obviously feels fairly confident that there's nothing likely to come back at him that's going to cause him too many problems. And then a real hammer of an overhand right there, and a good left hook as well that followed it up.
Yeah, the right hand, the cricket ball right hand he threw was not really it was agricultural, wasn't it? But the left hook was pretty short. And he's decided he can take on Rustamov. Well, he's taking a risk or two, but he must feel he's got the strength and the power to deal with this. We'll see.
Rustamov doing as much as he can to try and fight back. And the hand's permanently lodged by his sides as he just wanders around, tries to pick an angle to launch an assault, works to the body.
Well, he's beating Rustamov to the punch every time in this round and taking very little back. Mustn't get careless, but just doing a job at the moment. And Rustamov, he's just getting hit far too often. Right hand just knocked him back a little bit.
And he's standing there. He's taking everything that comes his way. And back he comes for more. Rudenko following his man, trying to cut the ring off. Rustamov trying to get out the way. Well, again, that was a great right hand that bounced off the nose. You can see blood now beginning to pour from the nose of Rustamov. But he's walked through a couple of shots, hasn't he? That have been thrown by...
Well, he's taken them, but he can't keep on taking them. He's just soaking them up. And there's another one, the chopping right hand, and he holds on. Rustamov, he's thrown very little back.
Mouth is hanging open at the minute. He's beginning to feel the pace of this fight. 2 rounds, and he's been on the run for most of it. Again, another right hand.
That's his legs are disobeying him now. That right hand, he almost went from that tin, just clung on just in time.
Recovery, it's not going to go on an awful lot longer. He's gamely standing there. Might get to the end of this round. It might go into the third. Takes another right hand as well. Grabs to just cling on to a bit of life. And that's the end. And he takes another right hand after the bell. And he doesn't really know what day of the week it is at the moment, Rustamov.
No, his legs are wobbly. We'll see whether he can. I'm sure he'll come out for the next one, but he was soaking up punishment in that round. You wouldn't expect it to go much further.
Reminder, our main event of the night, Zabek by Zangarov against Frank Shabani. That's coming up after we conclude this fight here.
Well, it didn't look much of a match on paper. It's not proving one at the moment. Rudenko just bludgeoning his way through Rustamov. He sorted out his defensive mistakes. Most of them anyway. We see a replay of him getting hit, but he didn't take very much at all in that round. He just opened up.
Second round.
So here we go then for round 3. Can Rustamov survive this? Nobody's stopped him yet. His losses have all come via points defeats.
Yeah, but he's not boxed anybody as seasoned as Rudenko is already. I mean, Rudenko's not the most experienced heavyweight around, but he's been in there 16 times. Here he goes, taking this man on. He must just feel he can walk straight through him now.
Yeah,
well,
he's
that's
clearly
risky, but...
Yeah, I was just going to say, he's clearly having fun out there now, isn't he? He's clearly believes it's just it is a matter of time. He is better than his opponent, and it's just how long he wants to make this fight go on for.
You would think so, but his hands are dropping down. He's offering his chin in reply. If he does miss, well, you never know. But these are heavyweights, you know, it can happen. But, yeah, you would think Rudenko playing with him now. Not that impressed with Rudenko's ideas about finishing it. It's very sloppy. Needs to tighten up. I'm sure he'll get the job done, but he needs to, you know, when he gets up a level from this, then he needs to be much tighter defensively.
And maybe much more clinical in the way he puts his opponent away. I mean, really, he had him hanging on for grim death at the end of the second. We're halfway through the third, and he's still in there, Rustamov.
You're right. He's just not thinking about what he's doing. He's just trying to bludgeon the man down.
Literally does not have anything left, Rustamov.
There's a right hand again. He felt that one. Well, he's got a minute to survive this one. Or can he find a punch from somewhere? That'd be a turn-up, wouldn't it?
Well, stranger things have happened. We've had a few shows this year, haven't we, where the unexpected has occurred. Keep getting back to that night when Stefan Kretschmann walked on to a punch that suddenly forced a bit of a rethink about his career.
That's right, and Rustamov trying to come forward, trying to find something, but mostly this round it's a question of surviving if he can. Oops, around the back of the head. Referee didn't mind, nor did Rudenko from the look of this.
Well, looks as if he's going to survive the third here. That was a really strong right hand.
And one when he went down as well. That was a
not needed,
unnecessary
really.
Punch.
The first one had done the damage.
He doesn't want to fight. He's still walking away. He's walked away. He's retired himself.
No, yeah, you're right, Bob. He's finished.
Yeah, he took a right hand. He took another one on the way down and said, no, that's enough. Thank you very much. I've earned my money.
Well, he's not going to have learnt an awful lot about himself tonight, Rudenko, is he? Apart from the fact he can beat people that aren't as good as him.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, he needs to step up. I'm sure they will in time. But, yeah, this young man, Avaz Rustamov, thought, I don't need to take any more of those. Thank you very much. There was the shot right on the chin, and he started to go. No, that was earlier. Beg his pardon. He took that well. But there he starts to go down. He's on the floor. Did Rudenko know he was on the floor at the time that his knees had touched down? Probably not.
That was a shocking right hand. He was hanging on there. Yeah, not needed. He was already down and finished. But the decision is going to go to Rudenko, and that's the first stoppage. And Rustamov's record, as we said, the three other defeats all come by way of points. Now we can concentrate on our main event of the night, coming up next by Zangarov. Zabek by Zangarov against Frank Shaban.